Hello guys, and welcome to another Elliott Waves on Cryptos video. It's been since last time a week, and obviously we've had a lot of things happening in the cryptocurrency markets. Finally, the 53 extension that I was calling for weeks did react as a resistance, and we saw this flash crash that many people call down from like 53 to like 43 or so, even lower to some brokers levels. A huge big day that is going to be remembered, similar to April and also May, right? Because we've seen similar declines before, and everybody now wonders what's going to happen from now on. Most of the market is bullish. The fear and greed sentiment shows that since today, pretty much, that the fear is down to 45% once again from like 80 or something the day before. So I've done some analysis. I've been following some big whales, seeing their activity, the behavior around these sort of markets, and there is a lot to be done apart from just technical analysis and Elliott waves, guys. So if you want to have access to information that is going to probably save you money, if not make you, although obviously I'm not encouraging the making or losing or whatever. It's just, the reality is that if you have access to information that others don't, then you're a step ahead. You can find my details in the about section and contact me, okay? I can help. Now, today, as you well know, Quora Inner Cycle community voted once again, and this time we're going to analyze Luna, okay, or Terra, you can call it as you want. Before we do start though, I'm going to give the BTC analysis for free to everybody who's watching this video. The community at FX Street, my community on YouTube, the QIC community, and whoever else, wherever you're watching from. So there's been some changes, slight ones, and that I owe to, well, whoever is watching, because I did promise that in case I see a fractal relationship, I will change, and I will explain to you in a minute. There's been a change. It's not important as much. Maybe if we see more upside, it will be, but for now, we remain unchanged, or I remain, stubbornly, you can say, persistent with the fact that, another move to the downside might be coming. This is what my analysis shows. This is what my charts are showing, and this is what they will be showing until certain invalidations take place. If you want to know which those invalidations are, watch the rest of the video. As you well know, you can follow me on Twitter, subscribe on my YouTube, ask any questions you may have, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can and if I can. None of this constitutes investment advice. I'm not sure whether you take it as education or some sort of significant information. In either way, you should do your own research before you decide to do anything in the cryptocurrency markets. So let's get started with BTC, and then we're going to have a quick look also on Luna. Okay guys, this is a BTC 1 hour, but before we go there, I just want to go on here because I've got some analysis here in the longer term. Things are a bit more clear, on the longer chart. So I want to show you that might not be here, just ignore it, okay? What we really need to pay attention to is the fact that this is our wave 3, this is our wave 4, okay, which we did down in 2018 December, okay? And it looks like now we've done wave 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and we have another one up, okay? So you will hear a lot of people saying that the bull run is over. The bull run is not over, guaranteed. These are 3 waves up, guys. You need 5 waves to complete the upside move of a cycle, because a cycle compromises of 5 waves up and 3 waves down. Whatever else you hear, they don't know what they're talking about. This is not the end of the cycle. The cycle is going to end when you get a new high, when we get a new high, and that could be literally anywhere above this wave. Okay, that's the previous high at 65. Now, what I'm looking here, okay, and you can see that too, is that we've got wave 3, and many suggest that my wave 4 is finished as well. and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's going to be 1 when I get 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'll continue higher in perpetuity. Okay, well, you can be excited and everything, but the analysis that I have for you is not so bullish. Okay, it's bullish in the longer term, but in the medium term, we see another leg to the downside, and I will explain why. I will explain why later, but when I go to the 1 hour chart. But for the longer term, since we're looking at this channel now, particularly, this is called the base channel. We'll correct the beginning of the wave 1 and wave 2, and we'll just pull our channel in here, guys. So usually what happens, because this move is called the acceleration move, it's an acceleration channel, okay? We break outside this base channel, we'll become more impulsive to the upside, okay, in our wave 3. And then what usually happens is we'll correct back to that channel. We find support and we shoot higher. That is something that it could happen. And we could come around the 21, 20, 25, depends on really when we're going to meet that, because we're looking at the markets multidimensionally. We're talking about price and time, guys. Markets are not moving just up and down. They move right as well. Left, they move when you want to look at history. So with that said, I do expect another leg up. However, not as soon as many people think. What else I want to show you, and I use the Brave index here, so because it shows a bit more information here, it goes all the way back. I've done some very simple analysis here, guys. Okay, let me go out on the weekly action. I want to show you something important. Okay, these blue lines that you see, the vertical ones, okay, these are the halving periods, the halving dates. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, and we continue, you know, whenever. Now I want you to see the upside, okay, in the first, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a similar way as I drew before, right? Now we've got here, guys, from the day of the halving and all the way up to the all-time high, we'll have this particular move, right? Which was 9,500 growth. It took us 51 weeks, excuse me, nearly 1 year. And then after this, we saw a correction in the market, a dip. That was November 25th or so, okay, in 2013. And then we went all the way down and we actually corrected 86%, guys, okay? 86%. That was the first sort of, okay, these are just numbers. They're not, don't look at the degrees and stuff. This is the first cycle leg, right? So the correction, guys, was 86%, okay? And it lasted 59 weeks. Now, since then, yeah, after that, we started slowly accelerating, okay? Without breaking, of course, the fresh highs. We only broke fresh highs over here. That was March 2017. But we'll continue accelerating. From the day of the second halving, we moved up again, up until we reached a new all-time high. This took us 75 weeks from the day of the halving, okay, 75 weeks. But it only accelerated about 3,000%. So we're talking about, it's like, you know, like a third of the growth that we saw in the first cycle. However, the correction we saw again was 84%, around the 85%. It lasted for 52 weeks. Okay, so very close in proximity, those two corrections, okay? We're talking about wave 2 and wave 4. Now, I want to tell you something. When we see a correction, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, that's what I expect. We're expecting 5 up here, right? But now, currently, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are actually, guys, we've done this, yeah, and we are right here currently, internally in this. Okay, so what we need to do is compare this correction and this correction, right? Since the two corrections in wave 2 and wave 4 are identical in time and also depth, we need to use the same relationship, because this is what, you know, we have to do as analysts, right? And make projections going forward. So as you can see, let me tell you that we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to see 5 up. If we look at the correction in wave 2, okay, internally in wave 5, which is part of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, we corrected, guys, after this all-time high, yeah, we corrected 72%. Okay, and that took us 37 weeks. Okay, 37 weeks, 72%. If we were to use a ratio between those two, because we have 84 and 86, and we also have 59 and 52 bars, if we create some sort of coefficient between those two to have a ratio, an idea in mind, that brings us to a correction that we might need to do 71% in this waveform correction and lasting 31 bars, which is 31 weeks. Now, if we look at this particular, and that compares our wave 2 and 4, and that will look at 2 or 4 as well internally, that is going to bring us, guys, to a price of around the $19,000, okay, for BTC in this particular correction, okay. What also is going to do is going to get us down to that correction, yeah, by the middle of November. At the middle of November, we're going to have this low coming in around 19K, okay. Now, obviously, this is a projection based on assumptions, but these assumptions seem to work, okay. So I just want to tell you what I am seeing in the markets, okay. Now, on the other hand, if we look at the base channel over here, because you see I'm connecting to 1, 3, and then you go higher, and 4 is here, you see. Actually, this is not the base channel because we're using wave 3 as the acceleration channel. You know, I mean, meeting this trend line, this channel down here, or even having a false break as we did here, it's very plausible. So without having that done, it might, obviously it's harder to get a move to the upside, right? Some will tell you, oh, look, we corrected 20% and so what? We're gonna move higher. Look at this. We corrected here as well, but then we moved higher. Yes, but after a low. So I will show you. Now I'm going to turn to the hourly chart, and I'm going to show you why I changed my scenario and what is the main reason, right? Why I changed it. Okay, so what is the change? Let me go out on the 2 hours, guys. Okay, so the change is this. If you remember, I was really persistent about this being an ABC, right? An expanded flat, because it comes right at the right level and the shape is right. And I never liked this as an ending diagonal because the first wave was too extended to be part of an ending diagonal. So I said to myself, because I haven't seen an ending diagonal like this before, and also is the case with over here, and I'm going to explain to you now. I said to myself, and I promised also to the members of my premium channel, in case I see a fractal relationship, I will change my count immediately. And this is what I did, guys. So I'm changing my count because there is a very good fractal relationship over here. And I will show you how. I want you to take on your own chart, the bar patterns over here, and go, well, you can start from here if you want. I mean, it doesn't make much difference, but then just take the move after the low. Go all the way to the top. This will replicate this price action. And I want you to see this, guys. I want you to see this. Okay, so this, fractally speaking, if you look at that, yeah, I mean, there's different ways to do this, but you know, some of the time frames are changing, but the structure is so identical that this is like a fractal. Okay, guys, so you've got this here, you see this, and the thing is that when we were here, and I've been calling this ended diagonal for a while in my group, and you can validate that with the members. When I saw this, I said, if that looks a bit of a weird, an extended first, and then in here it looks a bit complicated and stuff. This is a bit more weird, to be honest. It's not as nice as this one. In this, I will tell you this bit is ugly for an ending diagonal in here, but this bit is ugly for an ending diagonal in here. Okay, so now why do I have W, X, and Y over here? Because many have an ABC and see that as an expanding flat, as a regular flat with an expanding C. Guys, I've never seen, and everybody who does that, I please ask them to show you another regular flat with an extended wave C that goes to 261.8 extension in wave C. It doesn't exist. I want to see it. Only then I will change it. Until then, this is W, X, and Y, because Y's can travel that in double combinations. Okay, so that's why that's W, X, and Y. So we need the ABC here, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With that said, my W, my X, and my Y. Yeah, let me bring this there. Do you see this? 2618 extension, 5273. Exactly. That one, that really, I mean, some people might think it doesn't say much, but it does. And then we need to look at A and B. Yeah. And look how close it comes to 1 as well. Okay, it's very close. Sometimes you change that, you see different numbers, but I prefer to use the Fibo. Well, it depends. Sometimes it's just crazy to see the numbers. So again, we come very close to that level. Okay, so what we're expecting now, since this is an ended diagonal and structurally speaking, these two things are identical. They are fractally connected. What are we expecting now? By the way, also a Fibo level. Yeah, very close to 78.6. Some will use the, will take this off and they will say the 61.8, whatever, in between, okay? The 61.8 for cryptos, guys, is something that it always pretty much works. Like 90% of the time it works if you look at any structure. Anyway, now what's going on? What's going to happen here? If this is our high, this is our top, we're going to go and extend 100%. Okay, 2360. And guys, I challenge you, go and ask. Months ago, I was calling for 23. I challenge you. Months ago, if you look my videos like in April, maybe May, I don't know, I was calling for 23. Okay, I started calling for 53. Okay, down here for 40. And when we crossed the 40, 50, and then when we reached these levels, the 53 was my level. Okay, so 23, that one way that we can use it. The confluence is that we're going to reach that channel. Okay, and what else we can do when we have a first wave down, because I don't think we do have that yet, we can use that extension to move to work out some levels. But guys, I want to show you something else. Okay, I want to show you something else. Now, so we're still talking about the main scenario, right? I want to go on another fractal relationship here. Okay, and I want to show you the one from May. April one is good, but not as good. So this is a fractal, excuse me, no, let me delete this, I didn't start at the right place. This is a fractal from the May drop. Starting from here and going all the way to, where did we do a new low? Here, okay? Now I will take this and I will put this over here. You might say, how is that related? Well, we will see now. If you don't know what fractals are or what they do, check this out. You see this similarity, guys? So we've done, I mean, you know, we've done this, and this bit, which is 1, 2, and 3, you see, and we've done the fourth, yeah? And now it looks like we're going up. You know, I mean, we do have a fresh high here, but in either way, what I'm wanting to show you here is this. Maybe actually I should do it on the top, on the chart there, and I will take you there quickly just to see. So where is the May fractal? This one, yeah. I want you to see what's happening from the top all the way to the bottom over here. Actually, it might be, I will use just the candlestick, guys. Okay, these few candlesticks. Look, 61.8. You see that? 61.8. And let's go back to where we were. And I want to show you this from here all the way down. Do you see where we're heading? We're heading to 61.8. Sorry. Yeah, that's the right one. Heading to 61.8. We can equally just use that as well and you know, just have a bit of a different perspective. But since we're using the candlestick only for now, although this is just one and in the other case we're two, look at where we're heading. So a level that we really need to be very careful is the 47.60. Okay, 47.60, very critical level, guys. If we break that, we can literally go to 48, 49, and even, you know, the 50. Because the truth is, you know, depending on what this structure is, of course, right? This can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We finished here, that's 1. That we're gonna get 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. Then that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna see more downside or ABC. We do not know if this is gonna go down, right? Or it could be a case where, well, this is 1 and 2, this is 3, 4, and 5. Okay. In either way, I think, guys, this is not done. I think we're gonna get something similar to the May drop. Okay. What I'm saying is that this over here, see that? I think we're getting something similar. This is what we're getting here, guys, in a small scale. You see, I've got it over here. That's what it is. Yeah. Obviously, that's not going to lead to more upside. It's going to lead to more downside, because that is expected to, you know, to extend down rather than up, because it's not going to be like a correction as many think. Okay, that's what I want to show you. So our levels to the top side, obviously, yeah, are these. On the downside, guys, we really need to break the 42.50. Yeah, and then we really need to break the 37.20. If we don't break those levels, the markets will continue up. Okay, we need the break. Only then we're gonna go lower. The more supports we break, the more the chances of moving lower. Now, if we never break this low, obviously we're gonna go higher. Okay, and that is where the alternative scenario comes in, guys. Okay, and the alternative scenario tells that this is ABC, yeah, this is ABC, and this is ABC, pretty much a W, X, and Y. Okay, this is what the alternative would be. So that means that ABC, ABC, and ABC, that finished, my wave 4 is done, and this is 1, and this is 2, an expanded flat. This is my wave 3, this is my wave 4, and this is my wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, which means this is my 1, and we're gonna correct in wave 2. Okay, we might go down here, but if we do not break the 36.60, yeah, both scenarios are still in play. You understand what I'm saying, right? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll continue higher. It's as simple as that. So our really validation, guys, to more downside will really be below the 36.70, whatever that level is. Okay, you know that can be an approximate right now, but we definitely need to enter the territory of A over here. Okay, 42.50. Yeah, so that's all there is for BTC. Okay, now let's go quickly on Luna. I want to go a little bit further out over here, maybe on the 4 hours, so we'll be able to see everything. You do know that sometimes there is some data missing. Okay, so our wave 1 is where we started, our wave 2 is where we dropped to, and these are the dates, because we need to take account these numbers we need to look at the corrections and everything, right? So this internally, we've had a wave 3 done at 2250, guys, okay? And from there, we corrected with a nice ABC. And now we started another impulsive move to the upside for wave 5. We actually broke the fresh highs. And it looks like we still have another leg to go, okay? It might be now, as long as we remain above 2250, or it might be at a later stage after we see a deeper correction. Okay. Now, some of you might ask, and I've had someone arguing all the time on YouTube that people who are certified don't do that. Well, here's the thing, guys. One, we have data to work with. We have to take all the data. We do not leave anything out. This wave 1 and 2, this wave 2 is called an irregular first. Okay. This is the second wave. You can call it irregular second if you want, but that means that when the price starts, and that's seen in all the stocks, okay, and all the IPOs, prices start up and they move lower from the beginning, from the IPO price. I mean, what, you're just going to leave all that data out? You cannot. This is 1 and this is 2, irregular 2, okay? So, as you can understand, it's very hard because there's no time over here. September, then it finishes. I cannot really see, what date is here. I cannot, I'm just typing it. So I cannot physically draw a channel. The best channel I can draw is this. This is the acceleration channel for the minor degree move. Okay. One could argue why not 3 here and 4 here, because these corrections would look more alike. It's possible, guys, but if we are to see BTC falling, and there you can say that I'm using other data to do the count, and obviously we're trying to remain as unbiased as possible. But if BTC is going to go down, obviously nothing is going to move higher up, and if BTC drop is big, then that's going to get us to to big deep, if that makes sense. So that can be a higher degree correction, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm happy with the count being like this. Is we also have an accelerated move here in wave 3. I want to see though this acceleration. You see that is pretty much where we came over here with the minor wave 3 in wave 5. Okay, which means we can expect some sort of correction indeed, and this is what we got. Don't forget, we're looking at logarithmic charts, right? So this distance is big, 35 to 23. So with a similar approach, we connect wave 1 and 2 and we'll get our base channel. So it is possible that we come down to 15, 16 or so before we shoot higher. Okay, it's not impossible. So if Bitcoin corrects to 20, 20, 19, 23, whatever, that can easily go down here again. And that will be an amazing buy opportunity, right? So either case, guys, all the crypto market depends on BTC. Okay, everything will follow. So we need to take everything with a pinch of salt, especially right now, because we've got volatility, we've got a lot of liquidations, the markets are crazy right now. September is coming, everybody is returning from holidays, the stock markets, people expect a crash, so things are a bit complicated, But for now, the data tells me that we are correcting in the last wave, okay, before we have another leg up. This is what I see, okay? I'm not sure how long wave 4 is going to last. For now, it's held. It made the previous all-time high as support, okay? And this is important. So now, before we go anywhere, let me just go to 0, 0, 1, 2, okay? This is my wave 2, okay? And I'm gonna go all the way up to wave 3 and then wave 4, yeah? And this is what we're looking right now, guys. We're looking at the next levels up, okay? 28 is a critical level. That's why you see a lot of activity here, a lot of, playing around and volatility. The next level up is 50 and then 95, okay? Yes, you heard it right. 50 and then 95, okay? It might be an initial attempt. After, of course, we complete all that. But another way to do this a bit more accurately would be to use the internal structure, okay? Because we have wave 1, 2, 3, and we can assume for now that we'll have wave 4 because we bounce. So we're gonna go from 0 all the way up and down to 4. And I want you to see that the 52 is a level and the 90, 95 is a level. You see this cluster, guys? This cluster is exactly what tells you that, you know, this level is strong. Between the two, we'll have the 69 as well. Okay, but what else we can do if we don't want to take into account the fact that our wave 4 might not be done? We're going to use this. Yeah, and then again, the 89, 90 is our level. Okay. However, and as you well know, wave 5 sometimes is equal to wave 1. Okay, so if we bring this up here, obviously it's done already, so we don't worry about that. But also wave 5 is usually equal to wave 4. So if we do that, and then we'll put it all the way up, yeah, like a brick. Oops, I moved the wrong thing, excuse me. You know what? I'm going to use the tool. We're going to go to the 200, and that's going to be our 100%. That's 60. Okay. So actually, no, because this is logarithmic, I do have to 37 to 23, right? So that's like 15, and from 37, 40, 50, yeah. Sorry, I think I need to take this off, and that will be the 51. Okay, I need to take this off. So 51 is again confluence. Okay, it is confluence. So we measure now, we assume that wave 4 is equal to wave 5, or wave 5 is equal to wave 4. Okay, 51. But guys, let me just take you a little bit closer. Okay, and let's see what is really going on here. Okay, we've done a 1 and 2 over here with a W, X, and Y correction. Yeah. And in here, we've got a leading diagonal. Okay. And that leading diagonal, of course, led to this impulsive move to the upside with increased volume. So we do know this is our wave 3, right? So what is really going on over here is that we've had a flat, and then we corrected. This is like probably W, X, and Y over here, right? Now, as we are looking at this particular structure on the 1 hour, what we ought to do, yeah, we ought to do a check on this structure. And to be fair, guys, this structure does not look that we're going to go higher anytime soon. Okay, I will tell you why. Because this structure is complicated. You see a lot of interaction between the waves. In order for us to see progress, we need to move without interactions. But what we do currently is something like this. You see, this is a correction. So I will be careful with more upside for Luna for the moment. Okay, unless if this, you see that up here, 1 and 2, you see that, right? Yes. 1 and 2, and this internally is another 1 and 2. Then you see 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and this is of course an alternative because that looks corrective indeed. So 4, we're gonna get 1 and 2, and this is 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's gonna be my 3, then my 4, and my 5. Yeah, makes sense. So we've got 2 impulses here, or we don't have 2 impulses. And this is A, B, and then it looks complicated, to be honest. Maybe it would be on the 1 hour. So A, B, that does not look like a C. That's the issue here. What if that was A, B, C? That's W. Gonna get X, and then we're gonna get Y, and then we're gonna move lower. Take out that 22 or even lower down. Okay, it's possible. But I would really look right now at this channel. Yeah, because we need to look this base channel again, go the way down and look at this. we received a rejection over here, okay, and the second attempt was even weaker. We do receive rejections here as well, but this thing is not really considered as a false break unless if we close the day above within this channel. Otherwise, the risk to move lower is high. Okay, so do draw this channel and pay attention to price. And we want prices to remain above that level in order to continue higher to a multi-structural move to the upside. Otherwise, we're going to get another leg down for a deeper correction in wave 4. And where this is likely to take us, it's going to be the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement. Oh, look, by the way, it was already done. No, that's the one, which is around the 16, which might really come and match this trend line, this channel trend line, and then continue higher up. So guys, that's going to be all for the day. I hope you did enjoy this video. I try to give you as much as information as I can. In case you you want more information, you can contact me again, as I said, on my Telegram or on my email. My information is there and on the about section, and we can take it from there. Enjoy the rest of the week, because I think it will be another week for us to look at any sort of moves over here, unless if you would like to join my channel. Take care, trade safe, and keep your losses, your stop losses tight.